What drew me to work at Christian Family Solutions was I was seeking a place where I could really practice my counseling and not have to also hold back on what my beliefs were and what God's done for us. And so this seemed a perfect place to integrate real counseling where you're actually doing the things that you learn in school and you learn from different degree programs, and at the same time also to be bringing the hope that God's Word gives to us and bring that all together in one package. My areas of specialty started working with teenagers and their families, but has really grown to include a lot of other areas that have kind of naturally branched out from that. I work with now couples, I work with individuals, and the topics that I discuss have originally started with some of the disruptive or defiant disorders and have branched out to include anxiety, depression, drug and alcohol problems, and any other addictive behaviors that might come up. Christian counseling is really important because it allows us to kind of envelop the whole person. You can talk to people about who they live with and who's involved in their daily life or their work and their activities and that part of their life. But if you're leaving out their faith and that important leg that supports them in their daily life, you're missing a big part of their picture. I tend to approach counseling by first meeting with a person and getting a good foundation of where they're at now. And so we talk about the problem areas that they're coming in for, but we also talk about everything else in their life. We talk about their family and their work and their activities and all those things that makes up a whole person. And then from there, we set up specific goals of what they want to achieve by coming to counseling. The main techniques I use oftentimes come from what's called CBT or cognitive behavioral therapies, where we first look at what are the things happening in people's lives, and then how they process that through their thinking, through their emotions, through their actions, and we look to find ways to intervene so they can make real changes in their life and they don't have to keep re-experiencing problems. I tell someone who's reluctant to come to counseling that everyone is reluctant to come to counseling. You're putting yourself in a position of coming to meet a perfect stranger and then share almost immediately details and intimacies about yourself that you probably don't share with anyone else or even talk about very often. And that's just going to be an uncomfortable situation. I would want to reassure them that here at Christian Family Solutions, we don't approach things in a judgmental fashion, and that we're here and we're trained to help people with exactly the sorts of things that would very much not want to be talked about, and that we're a place to find some healing.